My name is Bianca from the Ukrainian Actors and Actresses Fandom.
I made it better, by the way.
Today we have
Ukrainian Actors and Ukrainian
special
Actors and
in
Actresses
our,
Fandom. Bianca, where are you?
Yes, I'm sorry. Usually I'm not nervous if I do an interview, but today is something special because we have audience. But let me go on. Today we have something special in the Magic Behind Ukrainian Actors because it's the first live interview because we are here on the Twitch channel of Bogdan Ruban. What is there? The picture like something right now?
The picture a little bit lagging. It's probably because of net connection, but we're trying to go on.
So you see, live sessions are always a little bit difficult, but welcome, Bogdan, and thank you for joining me in this interview. It's this time totally different than usual, but we tried now for 3 months to get Bogdan in this interview, but he was a busy bee. Yeah, Bogdan, maybe the audience actually know you because who don't know you, but maybe you introduce yourself.
Bianca. So for those who didn't know me at all, my name is Bogdan Ruban. When I said that I'm 29 years old, oh my god, I'm 32 years old, guys. And I'm an actor from Ukraine. And you may know me as an actor of Verticals.
That's for sure. And mini movies, which are for free on YouTube. Like Dramatize Me, Laughbuster TV, and I'm not sure if you are on Be Kind, but those are the 4 main channels on YouTube where you can see his mini movies. But let's start it this way. While we're already talking about verticals and mini movies, how you started or how you decided to become an actor?
Oh, that's okay. Let's start from the very beginning for those who didn't know me, and because I think a lot of my followers already know a couple of details of my life, but I first got the acting bug thanks to my high school idols like Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, and of course Leo DiCaprio. So they gave me the spark. I make I made a decision, and once I started learning the craft, I fell in love with acting, and what more important, I fell in love with myself in it, and then just step
Yeah.
by step, and I just tried to make something. The road from the spark to the big screen, wide screen, or even now vertical screen has been long and rocky, to be honest. Acting is definitely not for everyone, and I'm grateful to that high school version of me who made, I think, one of the best decisions in my life, and to
That's
choose
good
this
to hear.
craft, to choose this profession.
Yeah. After you decided to become an actor, did you visit an acting school or something to get the education how to act?
You know, I call it, I've done my homework literally. Like,
Okay.
I finished bachelor in Zaporizhia, master's in Kiev at Karpenko Kari. So turns out even for drama, you need diploma to start the drama, you know. And funny moment that I never really believed that education was essential in this profession. But now
Mhm.
I see that it gives me a solid technical base. And from the other side, still, you either feel it, you either have the spark for the cameras, or no technique, no system in the world will save you,
Yeah. Yeah, learning by doing.
for
And
sure. But
I guess
I'm talking about that you should you should feel it. It's like people always talk like you should be born with this talent,
yeah,
but something like that because it's not for everyone.
that's for sure. And I mean, you need to get into the roles and switch the roles immediately and or the emotions and that it's hard and not everyone can do that. I mean, I'm not an actress, but you can see me in 4 music videos, which I shot, I guess, 10 years ago or something. And actually, it was just by mistake, and it's became a running gag. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. But I guess if you talk to your colleagues who have maybe the official education, they will, yeah, kind of educate you or teach you how to do something, right?
It's a practice. It's a practice. You always can find the mentors, so they
Yeah,
can teach you. They can give you some interesting systems, but in in years you have to find your own system because only
that's
you
true.
know how your mechanism is working. So
Yeah,
your body is like a tool.
yeah. Did you start immediately with shooting for TV roles or in front of the camera or more in a theater?
I started with the theater in the time when I used to take in this profession to learning in the my master degree, for example, and even a bachelor. In that time, I already work in the theater. After I work in a dance theater, one of the famous Freedom Ballet by direction of Olena Koledenko, and then you know how I ended up in this situation in the vertical movies. I was just lucky to start working with AMA production right before, like, for long before vertical movie markets even
Yeah,
started exist. So we just smoothly transitioned into the new format, and today I can probably say that we're delivering some of the best quality content in these fields
that's for sure. And you
because we
just
have a
took a
lot of
question.
followers, yeah, a lot of emotions from them and all they text in, so it's really warm for our hearts. Thank you from
Yeah,
ama production and from me.
yeah. You just took a question away from me, how you ended up in verticals. But like I mentioned, there are so many mini movies, and you started shooting the mini movies, which are not in a vertical view; it's in horizontal, kinda. And there are a lot. I guess on YouTube there are in between 1,600 to 1,800. And
Wow.
you are so far, which I checked out yet because I didn't seen all of them. I only watched 500 around of them. I found you in 35 mini movies, and I found you in 14 verticals. And
Already 14, yeah.
yes, you want me to mention all the names of the verticals?
Oh, 14. Okay, how long it's gonna be? 14 minutes.
We don't have to go into the storylines. I will just name the titles and your role name.
Yeah,
So
let's do it.
the first vertical was the alpha mate who cried wolf. You played Peter Seth.
Yeah, yeah,
Then love captive to the mafia boss. You played Hayden Torrex.
yeah.
Rejecting my lichen mate. You are Alpha Dimitri. Then waking up married to my crush. You been Patrick. Then love too risky to resist. You been Seth Branson. And
Brandon.
young light. You been Alex Bennett.
Alex Bennett.
Yeah. Engaged to the enemy. You been Daniel. My world ends with you. You been David. The age gap. Brennan Stroke.
How
By the
many
way,
names?
this movie just won an award in LA at the Vertical Short Festival for Best Drama.
Yeah,
Congratulations to it.
thank you so much. Yeah, we have that
And the next one
degree.
is Braceface Betty. You been Marcus Mitchell. And
Marcus.
congratulations to that too, because this vertical won the audience favorite award at the same Vertical Short Festival.
Festival, yeah.
And by the way, my drama became App of the Year and won a few more awards for American verticals, which are published on my drama. Then there been a pilot project. It's called Mute Girl Loved the Man Sent to Betray Her. You been Clint.
Oh,
I'm still
yeah.
waiting for the full vertical. Then we had pregnancy contract, the love triangle, Ubin Max.
Yeah.
Then he's not my husband. Well, no, he's not my husband. He is my target. Ubin John Marvin.
Yep.
It's a great vertical. And last but not least, it's almost recently just got released. It's Queen of Hearts, Ubin Nathaniel Sinclair.
Yeah. Bianca, come on. Too many names. And do you think, in your opinion, all those names suits me?
I think so.
Yep. But I
Yeah.
think we actors trying to make these names so they suits us. So
Yeah,
it's
and
our work to make that big work, acting work, so people can look at us in the frame and, oh yeah, this is definitely Marcus. It's not Bogdan, it's Marcus.
I can see on my social medias of the fandom, if I post pictures of you actors, the people who are commenting, they barely commenting with your real name. They always commenting with your role name.
Yeah.
So, for
I've
example, now
I've got this on Ukrainian market either. You know, I've got one of the famous TV show. It's called Slit and Cod. It's about thriller about like CSI, you know, something like that. And they call me Stasik. Stasik, it's the name. And if people meet me on the street, they just say, "Hey, Stasik, hello."
yeah, no, it's for example with Nazar Graba under his posting or the pictures which I post about him. They always say Marcus because of Love at Dangerous Speeds, which been on Real Short and have over 100 million views. So they
Yeah.
always say Marcus. But I figured out many role names, even for different actors, they repeat themselves. You heard some names already a few times in different verticals for different actors or actresses, and it's not a bad thing, but you heard it already sometimes. As long as only the names got repeated and not the storylines, it's all good. Because that's what most of us don't like. If you watch a vertical and you say, okay, I know the storyline, now this is happening, then this is happening, because you saw already a different vertical with the same storyline.
Bianca, unfortunately, we have these in our vertical market that
Yeah.
our scripts, time by time, copying themselves. So
The
I
verticals, not the verticals, but the mini movies.
like you talking about mini movies on YouTube.
Dramatize Me Love Busters.
Probably yes, but we'll see because sometimes I've got the scripts and I see some the same moves in the scripts, and it's
Yeah,
not that interesting to play it one more time. But if it's working and if you can put something new to that character, so why not?
yeah. I mean, let's say it this way: you can't develop the wheel new. So there always been vampires and werewolves, billionaire CEO, etc., or mafia bosses. But I've seen a lot of verticals, and sometimes they got released almost at the same time worldwide, where you have actually just different actors, but the same storyline and even the same script. So you
Hmm,
know,
hmm.
if you watch the vertical, okay, now he will say this, and then she says this. And since Amo Pictures have their own absolute amazing script writers, you don't see the storylines which are made in Ukraine somewhere else in the world. Yeah, they didn't sold it somewhere. I mean, there is one vertical of you which have a knockoff, and don't misunderstand me. The job of the actors in this vertical is still amazing. But your Love to Risky to Resist, which you played, was Lee Berlinska. There is another Ukrainian production company who brought out a vertical. It's called After All That Hurt.
Yeah.
It's almost the same storyline. In your story, you knew Lee from way back because she took care of your grandfather. In the other storyline, She been a sex therapist as well, and gave sex education in school, and he was her student. So there are also similarities. And I know a few fans couldn't watch a full vertical because they always seen you and Lee. They couldn't get into it because of the other actors, and it's not
But that's a good
against
one.
these.
That's a good one that they see and that vertical us with Lee, because
Yeah,
that means that we did our job well.
you did. You did. And I mean, it was even very steamy, but they shooted it in a very decent way. So, how do I say it always? You see everything, but oh no, you didn't see anything, but you saw everything because in your imagination, because it was so well done. They blurred it out and stuff like that. It was really, really good.
By the way,
But
Bianca, you talk about all those worlds, like vampires worlds,
yeah,
werewolves worlds, mafia bosses, CEOs, and it's gonna be one more new world, fantasy world in vertical movie. You
yeah.
know what kind of? You already know that?
I heard it somewhere else in an interview that they're planning
Ah,
something.
okay. So let's do not spoil, because maybe a lot of fans didn't know still what it's gonna be, what a creature it's gonna be on that vertical world. But it will be so close, and soon you can watch some new fantasy story.
That's great. That's great. And I mean, we see right now some BTS of NASA and some producers and directors who are shooting something in a fantasy world as well. Because
Yeah.
you see the ears.
Yeah, yeah. You always can find the spoilers if you like subscribe on actors who work on that project. So they put
And
justice.
producers and showrunners and so on. They always put out some sneak peeks. And if I have the luck and you actors listening to me and tag me invisibly in your BTS stories, so Bogdan, you can do it in the future too. If you have BTS stuff, tag me so I can share it with my followers as well, because they love BTS and they can't wait
Okay.
to see more. But if we are talking about the verticals, it's the speed of the shooting of verticals is always pretty fast. And sometimes you have back-to-back project. That means you finish one project and on the next day you start the next one. How do you manage to learn the scripts?
Okay. Well, I've got one little secret. No, it's not even a secret, it's my own property. Like, I treat the script like a dance, because I used to be a dance choreographer for a long period of my life. So I map my lines the same way I'd map my steps. Once I find the rhythm, so the words just dance in themselves. Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, we will talk about your dancing career later on in this interview as well, because I think it's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, just to remember everything, it's amazing
Yeah,
how you
okay, it's
guys do
practice.
it.
It's
Yeah,
practice. You because I'm in this business, I'm in this profession already more than 10 years. I just can
yeah,
imagine 10 years working on the screen. So I can grab something from that.
yeah. And if you, yeah, remember all your vertical roles which you had, in which role do you see yourself the most?
Hard big, hard big. Every role steals a piece of me. But
Yeah,
then it's turn volume up way too, it's too high. They turning volume up too high from that piece of me, and I think still haven't met the script that lets me say, yeah, that's 100% me. Not yet.
no, I mean, you are an actor, you can't be 100% you unless you play yourself. You know what I mean? I
No,
mean,
no, you can find the character that gonna be, of course, it's gonna be a different human, not you, but a lot of his movements, a lot of his mind games, it can be the same as doing you
yeah,
in your real life. So I'm talking about that one.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any role which challenged you most to do it, even if you have to get out of your comfort zone or something like that?
Oh, comfort zone. I don't know. Probably one of my, for example, one of my earliest vertical role where I play in Mafia Boss. Today you just remind us about that project, Captive to Mafia Boss, or how that called.
I love Captive to the Mafia Boss. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Captive to the Mafia Boss. So for me, it's always tough to step into the character when who feel older, maybe not by age, not necessarily in age, but in the life experience, in authority, or running serious business or some crime, like in Mafia Boss. So let's say just I don't have that's in my resume. That's because it's hard for me, and you always need to find that including pieces somewhere, and that what we call acting work with
Yeah,
your role. You need to
yeah,
find pieces
that
and put it together.
yeah. And if we are talking about comfort zone, yeah, how hard is it to do the intimacy scenes, or how do you prepare for intimacy scenes? Because it's not like you always like maybe some people think, oh, it's all great you making out with your co-star. I guess it's a little bit more difficult.
Okay. That's questions you started, yeah? Right, Bianca.
I didn't start it with that.
You
But
you you
everyone wants
can't
to
go
know
you
that.
can't go off without this question. I know that.
No.
So, first rule of intimacy scenes: always bring your super skinny flash colored underwear that looks like suspiciously like a thong. You need to bring them on a set. So, the second one, you need at least have a spark of chemistry between partners,
Yeah.
for sure. Because and from there, it's beginning the pure technical work,
Yeah.
boundaries respect, mutual trust, and that's how the magic happens on screen, in my opinion. Just like that, just in a professional way.
Yeah, and what I like in Ukraine so much is you see more, not that you see more nudity, but for example, other verticals, if they have, for example, a shower scene, you always see the actors wear colorful underwear. I mean, that they are not naked, it's for sure, but you always see colorful underwear. Why you don't wear some nude underwear? So it looks like you are naked, but you are not naked. And
Yeah.
for example, I was shocked while I watched Engaged to the Enemy. You had the scene with Julia where you were cooking and she came into the room in this very awesome, stunning looking gown. And you had the sex scene on the dining table. And I was looking at this, and in one scene I said, hold on, is Bogdan naked in there? And I extra took a screenshot to see, no, he had something on. I said,
Took a
oh God.
screenshot.
No,
Funny,
and
Bianca.
but I talked to Lee Berlinska about Love to Risky to Resist, because you had their very intimate scene. You had oral sex in there, and you could see she were really naked. And I said, how did you do that? Because you've been with your face in front of her private part that close. And she said she had some patches on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
Bianca, that's all around technical moments. That's all around profession. So
yeah,
we just doing our job, and after the scene is done, after the shooting day is done, we just turning back to our houses and live our
yeah,
lives. So
yeah.
that's we need to separate our work
Yeah,
time
yeah, sure,
and
sure. No, but I think, like you said, the chemistry is very important, not just for intimacy scenes, even if you don't have even any sex scenes in there. But you see if the lead actor or the lead actress, if they don't have chemistry just by looking at each other, and you don't see if they are supposed to play a couple who maybe fall in love, and you don't see any chemistry in there, it's not believable.
Yeah,
And if you just
you need to have that spark for pushing
yes,
up your desire.
yes. And I mean, I don't need any steamy scenes in a vertical, but if you see how they look at each other, how they are reacting with each other, that's so much more important to see the chemistry. Because I saw a few verticals where I said that was a wrong choice to take those two actors for the couple role.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's what I like. Can you tell us how a typical workday look like for you if you have to go to set?
it's pretty simple. I pick up my food delivery at the first floor at the guard, breakfast, wash up, and head to set. But every time before leaving, right here before the door in my flat, in my apartment, I just ask myself, did I forget anything? Because, you don't really need to bring something on a set with you. And I always trying to think, did I forget anything? And then I hear my mom's old line in my head. Just don't forget your head, son. And I'm just standing there in front of the door. Just I check. Okay, it's still there. So I'm good to go. Yeah. And after on the set, it's just like makeup, costume, lines, sound on, camera, and action.
Okay. So how is it for you if we are talking about, yeah, the situation in which you Ukrainians living right now because of the war? If you are shooting, I know most air raid alerts are at night, but sometimes it's during the day as well. How you deal with that if you have to stop the shooting to, yeah, go to a shelter to be safe? How get this out of your concentration for the shooting if you have to stop?
It's it's not comfortable.
No.
It's not that it's not a safe space. You always want to create something in a safe space because you
Yeah.
want to be in the role, you want to just do your job. But every day, because of Russian aggression, it could be the last day. So, it's about if we're talking about, like, for example, what goals I can see towards, like, in my profession, in my career, or something like that. You know, my current goal is simple: to live here and now. Because of that Russian aggression, we have only this day, only this project is the best project, is more important project. Only this interview that I've got right now with you, Bianca, it's one
Mm.
of that interview that truly matters. And of course, I want in future like grow farther and step onto the international stage and into wide format cinema. But now my greatest goal is survival, like every Ukrainian man and human and female, and we making every moment that count despite because war forced up on my country.
Yeah. And I figured out you Ukrainians are so strong, so brave. You live your life. You are so positive, even in this situation. And I mean, if I see all the stories of all the actors and creatives, what you are doing there in Kiev or wherever they live in Ukraine, it's so admirable, if this is a correct word. But you live your life and you're doing the best out of it, and I adore that.
Scariest part, you know what the scariest part, Bianca? The scariest part, all of us, every human on the set, so used to it,
Yeah,
so used to it,
unfortunately.
and yeah, we live with it already like how many years, and we just do our job. We just trying to find love in every our decision and every our movement. And I
Yeah,
think love is the main anything that can move us forward.
Yeah. But I think you all doing great. And you never should forget the fans of these verticals, or especially of you, or and even of your co-workers. You are not alone. So if you need to talk to someone, or just have someone to listen to you, you always can reach out to us, because we are always have you in our thoughts. If we are not religious, because I'm not religious, so I can't pray, but I'm always worried about you. That's why if I see there's a huge attack in Kiev, for example, or I always reach out to many of you actors and ask, hey, are you and your family okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
Bianca, I know what you're talking about, and I'm really appreciate that fact that a lot of my followers, and by the way, all of my subscribers on Twitch channel, and all of that, girls, our
I
Bianca's
have to
angels,
show you
Bogdan's
something.
angels, yeah,
Hold on.
Christina Newber, like all those girls, Sandy, they always write me, and whoo, Bogdan's Twitch angels, Bianca, love that shirt.
So
Yeah,
for these who
you
don't know who the
prepared for
Bogdan
today.
Twitch Angels are, we are the regulars here in Bogdan's Twitch channel, who are often or from begin on here in his stream. And yeah, I had to make it because we are Bogdan Twitch Angels. I don't know how we got this name. If you named us this, or I don't know no more, but
I do nothing. It's all your it's all your job.
no,
You did that.
but yeah, the Bogdan Twitch Angels, yeah, are we. But yeah, we had it once. You streamed here and you had the air raid a lot, and you stayed with us, and we loved you for that. But let's go on. We figured out we haven't seen you and Nazar in one vertical together. Do you know if there's anything planned that you two guys been in one vertical?
If it were up to me, you'd already have a double feature. But that decision's strictly on the producers. That's all I can tell.
Because many fans ask for that. They want to see you and Nazar in one movie.
All questions to the producers.
Yeah, I know, I
So
know.
yeah,
So
if you
I'm
want to write
picturing,
something, if you want to ask something, write to that to them, to their uh, Instagrams accounts. They can
yeah,
maybe probably they can answer on your questions.
that's why I will say now. First of all, maybe Amo Pictures is watching this interview as well. So there are a lot of fans who want to see Nazar and Bogdan in one vertical. So write a script. We are
Oh,
waiting.
I love that dude, Bianca. I love that dude because we've been meeting with Nazar far from our meeting on the acting career in vertical market because
Yeah,
from the very beginning we start with the dancing career and we've been working with the same from the big name artists singers on the big scenes world scenes so we just made a huge show and we travel a lot like business travel.
you dance. You two dance together.
Yeah, yeah. We
Oh,
dance in
great.
the same show, so we have the background, and
I
we
knew
know each
that.
other for a long time.
That's amazing. And I mean, I know that you used to dance, I guess, for 13 years, ballroom dance, or how do you
Yeah,
say it?
13 years of ballroom dance career.
So, so it's not a problem for you if you get married in a vertical to dance with your bride.
Sure, easy, easy.
I
I
mean, we
already I
saw,
already did it a couple of times.
I know, and I mean, I saw you with Alexandra Pankova in one mini movie while you both danced tango.
Yeah, I did
That
that.
was
I did
amazing.
that for us.
Anyway, is there, may I ask you, is there a reason why you stopped dancing? You prefer to acting, or?
Bianca, it's I don't know how to say. I did ballroom dancing for 13 years. It's an amazing sport, but expensive sport. And that time, at some point, I couldn't grow further without serious money. And
Yeah.
that's when acting came into my life and stole my heart, and I just changed direction.
Yeah. I like it if men have the rhythm and can dance. I like that a lot.
Nice to hear.
Um,
Nice to hear that that for you it's important. So
yeah,
13 years of my life, it's matter
I
something.
mean, ballroom dance is something different than if you would go in a club. But mostly you see men just standing in the corner at the bar and drinking their drink and just doing something like this, but they are not dancing. So it's always a pleasure to see or to watch even guys dance.
Maybe they are mafia bosses and
Oh yeah,
they're doing some
that's
crime things. So
yeah. And I mean, unfortunately, I didn't knew you at this time because you told me you danced once here in Germany, in Bonn, which is around 1 hour away from me.
yeah, yeah. That was m- that was maybe 5 years ago or 4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess a dancing career helps you a lot to do your own stunts because you just posted last week some BTS in your story while you did your own stunt. And how many bruises you got from this jump on the table?
Bianca, no bruises. All safety, all during with the support of stuntmen. But that was the moment when I thought maybe next time better this stunt doing the stuntman, and I just sitting somewhere in the corner with a warm atmosphere and drink my tea.
No, I
But
laugh. I
that's not
always say,
because Bianca. That's not because I didn't want to do that. That's because now we've got when actor got a lot of project one by one. It's a big responsibility to for producers and for me in front of producers, because if something happened with me on my first shooting and I can't come to the next shooting, what I can
yeah,
say. What? But you know that shooting process, it's a lot of technique, it's a lot of people included in this process, and you can't just say, "I'm sorry, my leg is. I have pain in my leg and I have pain in my ass." It doesn't
yeah.
matter. No one cares.
No, that's true. That's true. And I mean, I admire that if you actors are able to do your own stunts. And you just shot our Love Bust or something with Tetiana Baitalenko. You played kind of like Tarzan. You swung from the tree.
Oh,
There.
I like that day
Um,
because it was something fresh, fresh air for me in all those vertical shooting and that mini movie, because I did something that I never did before, like flying with this rope from tree to tree.
um, Yeah, and you have great directors for action fight scenes like Dmitry Kovalchuk. He's an actor as well.
We have Dmitry, we have Kirill, we have Max, we have a lot of
Yeah,
beautiful
I know, but we
stuntmen.
know only.
I like how you call us Ukrainians like working horses, or how you call it. It was so cute. Can you remember the phrase? You Ukrainians like working
Work animals or busy
work
bees.
animals, work animals. I like
Yeah,
those lines. It's about
I mean,
stuntmen. They really hardworking guys.
yeah, I
They
mean,
know what they do.
I only know Dimitri because he's an actor as well, and you can see him in a few verticals as well. And he's teaching in a stunt school. I like that, and that's great that you have people like that on set as well. Is there any role which you would love to play one day, which you didn't, or where you didn't have the chance yet, but it's maybe something totally different to that what you are playing right now,
Mm,
like a dream role?
oh, you're talking about dream role. Mm, I do have a wild dream. Maybe one day I'll get to be the new Neo in remake of Matrix.
Ooh. You had once pictures which looked like Neo, and we posted even a picture collage of it, which was made by short film edits. The Kathy made a lot of edits, and we have those pictures on our Instagram profile and even on Discord.
Nice. Well, why not to shoot for the red pill?
To the next question. What is most valuable advice you've received, professional or personal?
In professional, I said the lines that my teachers said me when I used to spend my time in Zaporizhia in the
That's your
university.
hometown, right? Is that your hometown?
Zaporizhia, by the way, is my hometown. When I've been there in university, they tell me, do not pretend, be. And that's what I bring for these days in my heart. What means to my craft, to my profession. Do not pretend, be. That's all. That's all about acting. And for the personal level, there is a line I once heard, probably from one of a crime movie, or like, I don't know what that film was, but that stuck in my head. It stuck with me. It sounds like, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? It reminds me that everything you take on must have purpose. So must
Yeah.
serve you in some way. And that's your own path, your own fate, and it should always benefit you. That's when
Yeah,
you can be sincere.
I have to think about that. I will do that later. Is there, in this case, if we talked about that, is there any goal which you have for your profession which you have? What is your goal? What you want to achieve or archive? No, achieve in a profession way?
Bianca, it's international stage, maybe into
Yeah,
wide format cinema, but
that
already all about situation in Ukraine we're living now. That's why I don't wanna go so far there. I just wanna be here in the moment, and I wanna
yeah.
feel this moment. And then when the situation here will finish and Ukrainian will be free, we can talk about that.
I mean,
Because now I wanna ask, I wanna tell you for you, not ask. I wanna just tell you the main part is to know the truth, to know what happened here, and to knowing that you can subscribe to our Instagrams or to our profiles. Like, if you know, I hope people know the Max Tkachenko, our actor. He always recording Insta stories about what happening right now in the streets with all those generators that sounds loud for all streets because we didn't have light. Well, now in my building is light is on, but I'm using Telegram channel, and there are a lot of messages about that. In half of the city, we have no lights.
it was
Yeah,
this week that Kiev didn't had any electricity after
yeah,
an attack.
yeah. Okay, it's a terrorism. It's a terrorism that
Yeah,
they
I
doing
know.
for people, for our just civilian. Unfortunately, just
Yeah,
know the truth, and if you have the opportunity, support our Ukrainian armed forces in any ways.
yeah. And you can support the Ukrainian armed forces. I don't have the links yet, but maybe you can give it to me and I will post them even in the description on YouTube. If you know some good links where people, if they want to donate something, where
Yeah,
they
for
can
sure.
donate and
We will
it's
talk
safe.
about it later, and we'll find
Yeah.
the right direction. They can send the support.
I will post those links in on YouTube in the descriptions. So if you want to help Ukraine and want to donate, even if it's just a little bit, because we all know all don't have much money, but every single cent will help.
For sure.
But he can give me the links for safe links where the money will go there where it's supposed to go. That's what we, while we were talking about that, a few weeks ago, we had the problem that someone, on X, former Twitter, said he's Bogdan Ruban and asked the fans for money.
No, we're always talking about that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 my official page and enough. I didn't even have time for all those my official page sometimes. What we can talk about some kind of another.
Yeah. You guys can find on the fandom Instagram page posting where you directly can see scam alert. And I posted in there all Bogdan's social media channels and even the 2 links where you can support Bogdan, because here on Twitch, where we are right now live too, underneath this window, you will find 2 links where you can donate something to support Bogdan if you want to. But I have the links in this posting, so those are safe. Is there any, well, what, no, let me ask this question first. Well, I told you before that 2 movies of you won an award. How do you think about it, or what do you think about it, that Ukrainian verticals become so popular worldwide and they even won awards?
Bianca, that's good. That's a good perspective. And I deal with it by playing video games, for example. No, seriously, one of my passion is gaming with my friends.
Yeah.
Now, the fun part is that people who are curious about me can jump in and spend that time with me on Twitch,
Yeah.
as we're doing it right now. So I get to share those moments live with people, and I appreciate that they come in, and I appreciate that I got this opportunity to do this from my apartments, to have this connection. Brilliant, brilliant.
And that's one thing what I wanted to talk about too, here on Twitch. In the past few months, you are not that often online, but like we said, you are busy. But if Bogdan is here on Twitch, he's playing games. You can maybe name which games you are playing. And his community, we are talking here in English and Ukrainian, because it's a bilingual stream. So, what games are you playing here?
I love survivors. I start my Twitch career, let's call that like Twitch career, from the Stalker 2. That's one of the most famous Ukrainian game from the GAC world developers. So yeah, the next one, of course, it's CS2, because I grew up in the era when PCs first arrived. Our neighborhood was all connected by one cable. It calls local network, and all my friends and we just playing in CS2. Oh, not 2. It's been CS 1.6, and that's when the first got to play together. And fun enough that I even made pocket money setting that local network by climbing on rooftops and hopping between houses. By the way, guys from the stream, that's where my parkour career burns and starts. You know what I'm talking about. Parkour, come on.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Online gaming, and after you suddenly could play not just with your neighborhood, but with friends from other cities and countries, when the net already some new step from the net connection. So that's when I fell in love with it, and it's like pure romance for me.
There was one game which you played too, where Hilxa, one of his followers, joined the game as well.
I love that girl, by the way. Hilxer, where are you?
I don't know what the name is. Figures are, you collect in everywhere some items and you bring it to one place to get out somewhere.
Should we climb in on the mountain in that game or not?
No.
That's you're talking about.
The faces of those figures look like Pac-Man.
Бодя, give me time. Бодя, як гра називається? Там, де ужастик. Peak. It's called Peak.
That's funny too, because you had some
Stephanie, thank you.
very funny guests in there, even if we didn't understood these people because they didn't speak English, but it was funny as hell. And the audience don't even know that you have a special...
Oh no, repo. My mistake. Sorry, it calls repo. Sandy, thank you.
Because I'm not in the stream right now, but the audience don't know that you have something special in common, or you have a special bond to Stalker 2, because you were waiting for so many years to get Stalker 2. And so I guess you started playing Stalker 1 back then, and in the Stalker 2 game, you give a few characters your voice.
Not just few, maybe around 10 or even more characters. I give them my voice, and I was like, I make a double, or how they call it in English. I sound them, NPC. And when we found first time the NPC with my voice, whoa, that's, I can't send you that feelings. That was so warm, and to feel that your voice for years stand in this Ukrainian popular game, that people in 50 years can download this game and to hear my voice. Wow, come on.
I remember once your live stream, while you heard those voices, I guess the first time, you could see on your face how proud you've been, how happy you've been just to see that your voice is in this game.
Bianca, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Stalker 2.
I know.
Not just because of my work, but because of my work too, but not just that, because I really waiting for that moment for a long time, and I'm a fan of that game, and I proud that in this time during the war our developers can't bring to life this project. That's who we are, like Ukrainians. We just trying to survive and just trying to bring something new and to bring love in this world, just for that.
That's so great, and I'm so happy for you. Actually, I have only 2 more questions.
Because we already hour and 10 minutes live.
Yeah, is there actually anything about you what people don't know yet, but would be from great interest?
I can deal with Rubik's Cube for 20 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
I would get a nut in my fingers. I can't do that. Here, like that.
Oh, nice. Your talent.
And last but not least, can you tell us if there are any new projects coming soon?
So one of them already performed. It's about a story with the cards. How they called?
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Yeah. And 2 more.
Do you know on which app?
One on Drama Shorts and one on my drama.
Great. And are you allowed to tell us the genre of this vertical so we can be excited?
I'm not allowed to tell you a lot, but I can tell you that in one project we will be with Max Tkachenko.
Ooh.
Love that dude.
Oh,
yeah.
I know one project. There's not just Max. There is Alexander Rudko. There's Yehor Kozlov, Julia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly that project.
On which app is this one?
It's Drama Short.
I mean, we saw the BTS on your all stories.
Yeah, and the second one with Angelina Gushina.
Ooh, and I'm so happy that she's back, because she didn't been on screen for so long, for a few months, and now she's finally back.
She's so happy to come back and to start working again.
We're happy too. Oh, I forgot one question, because I guess 1 or 2 weeks ago you had an interview appointment at Lovebusters, and you met Kyle Fragnoli, aka Kiki Frets.
Yeah.
Did you shot a project with him too, even if it's a mini movie?
No, we just meet on that promo video. Yeah. For that promo video, we just we spent not too much together. We just got a small talk before and right during the interview. He's a nice guy. He's a pretty nice guy, and I hope one day we can work together on one set. Maybe we can be a brothers or something else. I don't know.
It
We'll
would be
see.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those people who don't know Kiki Frex, he is an American vertical actor, and he just been in Ukraine and shot a vertical and a mini movie, and we can't wait to see that. And by the way, I don't know what's happening, but right now a lot of, not a lot of, but a few actors and some creatives are allowed to leave Ukraine to work somewhere. Beginning of October, Artem Plonder, Dimitro Olinek, and Anton Solovey, they've been here in Germany and played in a theater in Munich. And Amo Pictures is right now in LA.
Well, Ama Pictures. What do you call Ama Pictures? Not
Anatoly.
actors. It's CEO.
But he's still a man, and usually it's they said you men are not allowed to leave the country.
Yeah. So, what about for our guys that you talk about, Artem and Anton? Yeah,
Artem and Dimitro.
Dmitro. That's because they work in a theater. So when you working in theater, you can take that improvement that allows you to go outside for to make that show or to make that play that you prepared. That's why
Okay.
that in that case that I'm not working in the theater. For me, it's harder, but I'm working on that because I've got a lot of invites for vertical dramas like China, Turkey, LA, around the world, and
Oh, great.
I really want to work there and to try. Maybe they can do something in different way, and I'm coming to them
Yeah.
and just okay, saying, "Whoa, something new for me. Let's do this shit."
And I mean, Amo Pictures started to shooting worldwide. They shot already in LA, Atlanta, in UK. They shooting right now in Canada, and in fall they start shooting in Australia.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
Bianca.
Yeah, that's would be so awesome because I can imagine you playing with other American actors, for example, in the same vertical. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Actually, do you
You
have
want to
to
say
say
that we
anything?
did it? We did it
We
already.
did it.
Three
And
months.
do you have to say anything to the audience?
Guys, support Ukraine, try to be in touch, be happy, live your days and live your each day. Try to be try to be real. Don't be scared and everything is simple. Just do it. And the main thing that I use in my professional career, do not pretend, be.
I'm old, or I become older yet now on the weekend, so I forget if I wouldn't be if I would pretend.
I know
Forget.
Bianca, guys. Bianca, she has a birthday in 19th of October. Oh, November 19th of November. So send her some wishes.
No, it's next Sunday, but it doesn't matter. No, but I'm in this age where I have a head like a sieve. So if I would pretend all the time, I would forget who did I tell which story. So I have to tell the truth. You know, I forget everything. So, but anyway, Bogdan, thank you so much. I mean, even if it took 3 months that we met here, and for everyone who's watching this interview after this live stream, go here in the descriptions. You will see all the links to Bogdan's social media channels and even to his Twitch channel. So on Twitch, that's his name.
That's my name on Twitch.
And come join us in his live streams because the community is awesome. We don't always watch 100% the game. We are talking to each other and we are really a great community. So thank you, Bogdan, for that. And yeah, you know how to reach out to me if you have anything new. And don't forget, if you post some BTS, tag me so I can share it with the audience.
Yeah, I remember.
And yeah, then Thank
Bianca,
you.
thank you one more time. Thank you for spending this time with us, with all of us. We got 54 people, 57 people, well, almost 60 people live still
Thank you
from
for
the very
joining.
beginning. They spending this time with us. So guys, you all know Bianca. Now you can see her, not only see her messages in chat, and that's cool, Bianca. I'm looking at the chat, and they all liking our interview. So thank you for content. That's like part of
Yeah,
content
thank
for
you.
my Twitch channel. Thank you for that.
And let's say it this way. If you see this interview, if you want to stay updated, if there's a new interview coming out, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you leave a like or a comment, I would appreciate it as well. And yeah, for those people who are live here right now, thank you for joining us. And then
Send them a heart. Bianca, show them heart like this one,
okay, yeah.
and the big one.
Oops, I have to. Have a great evening, y'all. Bye.
See you.